Here we go. Absolutely Alphas. Back up in the spot. Got some new heat for y'all.
Season 2, Episode 2.
And we are catching up rapidly with the time, so we have something, a lot more fresh for you.
Definitely more fresh.
It'll be more and more fresh, a lot more current, with the date of the episode going forward.
Yes.
So how was your week, sis?
Good. It was a good week. I enjoyed the warm weather we had.
Are you being sarcastic?
I am being sarcastic. It's spring. I'm ready to wear all my dresses.
It's about to be 80 on Thursday.
It's supposed to be like 80 tomorrow. I got like 80 dresses I'm trying to wear.
All for each degree.
All for Easter dresses on deck. Happy Easter, everybody, because this will probably come out after Easter.
Oh, my goodness.
But what do we got for them today?
We got the N9ne Planet. We got local from Portsmouth, Virginia, Mike G.
Mike G.
Smooth, talented
saxophone
player.
Yes.
Jazz musician.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the other juicy.
Got our passion points
got the tea for y'all.
The tea. We got the passion point, the tea, and definitely we're gonna hit you guys with some favorite new releases.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot about that. Can't forget about that though.
I'm gonna give you guys something to look forward to from our perspective that we kind of like to.
Absolutely.
And we want to know what you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know.
N9ne. So Planet. This album to me is so excellent that I'm ashamed that I haven't listened to more N9ne albums.
Yeah.
That's a brief synopsis of it.
I feel the same way. And I knew he was a good artist.
Yeah, I mean he's already through my now I'm about to convert to Spotify because the Spotify is hot. But Pandora is good at reading your taste as well,
mm-hmm.
and that's been my main thing.
I know a lot of people that use Pandora. Pandora's I use that at work.
Right, and I mean that's been my main thing for a minute. Because, you just hop in your car, and if you don't want to think about or look for something to put on,
right.
do a bunch of navigation, you hit
right.
the Pandora button, it just starts playing your last station. So, but N9ne is already in rotation because of the taste that I have in hip-hop.
Right. He's
already in my rotation, is the point I'm trying to make.
He's definitely a conscious, woke artist.
He wasn't always like that.
Really?
No, he wasn't. So I've done the research. More. Well, he's been around apparently
He's been around for 20 years.
Right, for full albums.
This is his 20th album.
Not even counting underground music.
Yeah.
Because his first full release was 99. So not even counting like his the stuff that wasn't on the radar.
Right. This is his 20th album.
20, and
20 tracks too.
Right. And he still sounds current.
Yeah.
He has other members or other features on this particular album anyway,
mm-hmm.
that give the album a very contemporary sound with the
mm-hmm.
time. A lot of kind of like I want to say like trap or mumble rap sounding like production.
Right.
But the point I'm making is it sounds contemporary. So he's still bringing heat
mm-hmm.
and the conscious and the fire. I mean, he's still.
The flow.
The flow and lyrical execution on this album was flawless.
It's fantastic.
From start to finish.
I agree.
And
I didn't like all the beats though.
Some of
the beats were trash. But I mean, the lyrics made up for it. In the lyrics. And just a little background about the album. Strange Music. He's an independent label that he owns. Him and Travis O'Gwen, I believe is the name.
Okay.
And they're based out of Minnesota.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Good.
But he's had the label, he owns the label, and like I said, he's an independent artist since '99.
Okay, so he's been independent that long.
He's been independent that long.
Oh wow.
Since '99.
That's incredible.
I know. That's dope. That's super. I'm not
trying
not to say dope so much.
It's appropriate for this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And 20th release and N9ne. So the number 9. That's something I wanted to talk about too. I looked it up. I have notes here, and I'm going to look at them. So
yeah, we both got notes. So I mean,
so it's revered in Hinduism. The number 9.
Oh, okay.
It means completion. It means divine. that's his reasoning for picking the number of his name.
Nice.
He was originally given the moniker by someone else, and then I guess he changed it. He was given a moniker by someone else. I'll have those details at the end.
Okay.
I've got to flip some pages to get to that. But
you're doing great. You're doing excellent.
See? We're a good team. But he's very woke. He's very conscious. I think he might be. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but I mean, he's super woke, like more than most. And he's very into the whole planetary.
You mean like planet?
like transhumanism that we talked about before. He's into that. Very spiritual guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I had an unfinished thought, but it's something I was going to touch up on later on. About one of the tracks anyway. And you know, as we break it down track by track, are you ready to break through the track breakdown, or you got more?
Oh, here's the note. So, okay, in addendum to him being a rapper and a label owner, he is a writer, songwriter, producer, actor. The name was given to him by a rapper named Black Walt.
Okay.
And it was because of his chopper style of rap. Later on, he's like, no, it's because I'm super woke and something else. So it's a hybrid of both.
Got you. And I know earlier I said he wasn't always like that. I forgot if you were at that point referencing how woke he was.
Yeah.
But I know we were speaking about other things. But I'm just saying I started listening to his older stuff, and like the first few tracks of like his first album in '99 was like some player pimp shit, like him tricking on strippers. It was like it was some fly shit. It was like West Coast gangster rap.
Wow. He does have a West Coast.
No, he had the West Coast beats though.
Oh.
Like those instrumentals I use.
Yeah.
That's what he had going on. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean that he still is a great executor. Like it didn't really take from him the fact that he was like flexing a little bit.
Right.
He was doing some flexing, so it didn't really take too much. But I wasn't expecting it either.
Right.
But yeah.
I wasn't expecting what I got. You know, even with the beat. Like the song that has the beat that I like the least.
Okay.
I still appreciate it.
What song is that?
It's in my notes here. It's the second song or the third song.
Okay.
Second song.
Fresh Out. Okay. And something I was going to speak about later on. I'll just touch up on it now. So it's a very contemporary album production wise. Mm-hmm. And when we look at these new cats. And really, it seems like now the voice or the flow is more the instrumental than the beat is. Because a lot of, I mean, again, I'm not really on the radio that much, but from what I've heard of like who's popular, the beats are not normally that good anymore. Like it's just like even for singles, even for radio singles, like the beats. But it's like, but they got that choppy mumble flow going on. They're rapping real fast, and like that's the main instrumental. That's my observation. I mean, I don't know. It's like
that's a good observation, and I somewhat agree with that. But I feel like if the beat is fire and the rap, the lyrical is fire as well, then
it'd be better.
You know, it makes it even better.
Absolutely.
But sometimes I didn't heard beats that were trash.
Yeah.
But
right.
The lyrics were the beat.
And that's him.
And that's
what he's doing. But what I'm trying to say now is since with the times, what we're talking about today, like today's like new guys, like in the past like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like the beats just really aren't.
I like the beats.
They're not
because
really.
They have to have the beats because they can't rap.
When you, but it's like even when I was listening to like even when like I'm gonna just put some names out there. Like and I slept on some guys because it's like the new guys sound alike. So let's go back a little bit. Like
it is very formulaic how the beat sounds. So
I slept like on like Southern rap for a minute, but then T.I. and Lil Wayne came out, bringing bringing
Project Pat,
the hot, bringing the heat, the heat,
the hottest of heat.
I'm mad you say Project Pat though. We gotta
Project Pat.
Yeah, just delete that off the show.
Oh man,
that's unfortunate.
We're not. Squad.
But anyway.
Juicy J, you don't like them either?
I'm just gonna put the hottest Southern rappers I can think of, T.I. and Lil Wayne. Like they like the most. the best of the best in the South.
You like Master P?
But for a minute, hell no. But for a minute, you know, I was sleeping in the South, but then like these cats came out, you know, with fire, and then it's like now, okay, you got all these like mumble raps out, and like this new trap era that we're in, and you can't understand what guys are saying, and I mean they're on YouTube videos talking about eat my ass. You know, shouts to you know,
very different in hip hop. So, I will agree with that.
But then it's like, okay, then I found some of these new guys that are mainstream that I slept on, like 21 Savage, Migos. Like if you can understand what they're saying, they got decent bars.
I think they got decent bars. I think there are instances as well, and addendum to what you're saying, where the beats make the flow more appealing.
Okay.
Because I heard a lot of acapella. I heard a lot of stuff acapella new, and it's like it doesn't have its own way. You know what I mean?
I mean the flows definitely go with the beats.
That's the point of flow.
The flows definitely go with the new beats. But
if you can't flow, sans the beat, then you can't flow.
We may have a difference in opinion about this, but the parallel I'm noticing between N9ne's some of N9ne's album with some of the simpler beats on the album. Some of the beats that I honestly like, they weren't to my taste. But they did sound a lot like these new beats. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
And
I agree with that.
Like, so I'm just saying, even with like Fresh Out or like the Mosh Pit song, or there was another one.
So you like?
I want to say
like Fresh Out.
How I'm feeling. Well, I mean,
was it in like your top 3?
These are my 3 examples. The 3 tracks that is named. These are my 3 examples of beats that they're modern. But I didn't really like
contemporary.
Them. I didn't like them, but I could hear the similarities between them and like how music sounds now.
Okay.
Hopefully that made sense.
It makes sense.
But I mean, but you seem to think that like these newer beats are like hot, like, and I'm like, nah, not really, like, you know. But I mean, because these were like, to me, they were born beats. Even like, and apparently the Mosh Pit song is the most popular song in this album, according to Spotify. Anyway,
okay, Spotify.
Because it has like its most popular 5 tracks, and like the Mosh Pit song is one of them. That beat was whack to me.
I think the Mosh Pit has a appeal because of the name of it, so it probably would show up in a playlist that it typically wouldn't, because it's more associated with like heavy metal.
There you go. Okay.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, and the guest appearances. I think Machine Gun Kelly went in on that song.
That was probably Machine Gun Kelly is rock and rolly too, though.
But he was spitting.
Yeah, and he did great. I like that song. I do like that song. That's one of my. I like that more than.
But the beat though was like, okay, that wasn't one of my best beats. I mean,
and that's my point. Sometimes the beat is trash, but the flow makes the song.
Yeah, exactly.
And my personal opinion is about these new artists today is if you can't rap whatever rap you put to a beat a cappella, and I can rock to it, then you trash to me.
Interesting, absolutely. Ooh. But I mean, I mean, if your execution is garbage, and I'm not really listening to you anyway.
There we go.
But I just happen to think that the parallel is, I think a lot of these newer artists, singles artists, the beats just don't really. They don't capture my ear. Like, I mean, but you know, but regardless of the beats in this album, most of them were still good beats. He has a singer featuring throughout the album, N9ne Monjo.
Yeah, I looked him up, but let's talk about the first song, Habanero.
Let's go in order, okay?
Yeah, Habanero
Get in line.
Is featuring Mackenzie Nicole, who's also signed to Strange Music. And from the pictures I've seen of her, she's Caucasian. And, you know, they're like, you think you're hot, but I'm Habanero. I'm way hotter. So it's poppy. It's nice. It's cool.
It's catchy,
I can get jiggy with it if I'm like out somewhere having a drink. I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm having an arrow out here tonight, you know. But that's about it. That's all I have to say about that one. What do you think about that song?
Good set off to the album. The album is called Planet. The beat and her singing, like her instrumental voice, Mackenzie, has a futuristic sound to it, I think.
Mystical.
Yeah. So I mean, she helps the song pop, and I definitely had to look up lyrics to know that they were saying habanero. I didn't know that's what they were saying.
It's the name of the track, though.
I understand. Well,
you only had to read the track.
All I had to read the track name. I didn't know the track name.
Oh.
The first few times I listened to the album, it was on YouTube, and I wasn't looking at track names. So,
Yeah, very lazy of you.
Then there's that. Well, right. I usually start listening to these albums in my car.
Number 2.
When working for the show.
Fresh like it is. Fresh out.
What? What you just said? What in the world is going on?
Fresh how it is, and they don't know it be like it did. Fresh out.
Okay.
Didn't like it. That's all I have. Beat is too. It's just.
Well, like I said, his execution is flawless. So to me, Fresh Out was one of the tracks I exemplified as a beat that I didn't really care for, but it sounds contemporary, it's up with the times, and it's something that I think most people would like. In today's like hip hop audience, I think most people would like this song because of like how the beat is. That's one of my examples. Rapid Fire, this is where he really shows his speed. Tech N9ne, I think he's the main one that made the Worldwide Chopper songs. Then he like features other artists on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And I think he made about 3 or 4 of them. But yeah, like all the fast rappers, Eminem, Busta Rhymes.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, Busy is on there, and yeah. So
I have Busy Bone's albums.
Yeah, so like I mean, just the fastest spitters, just ridiculous speed.
Yeah.
And so he's basically saying fresh out of fucks, so that's why he's bringing the heat because he don't give a fuck.
I was just about to ask you what it meant to you.
It would have meant to you. Fresh out was like, yeah, I'm just gonna bring this heat because I'm fresh out of fucks. Like fuck it, I'm just gonna give y'all the business because that's what I do. I've been doing it for 20 years.
That's super real.
Real shit.
The older I get, the least amount of fun. Excuse my French. Children, you should be parental guided right now if you're watching this. But so excuse me. But yeah, I'm fresh out as well. So that was a portion of the reason why I like the song because it's very relatable.
Absolutely. You want to start off the next one?
Yeah, the next one is Kicking It With Myself.
Oh man, everyone, like that song. Everyone's gonna feel that, you know.
Yeah. Like because everybody's like, yeah. And even if you don't have that knowledge to say, I need to get to know me. Even if you don't have that, when you listen to the song, you're like, he's right. I need to kick it with myself more. Absolutely.
The album throughout is very inspirational.
It is.
It's very inspirational. It really helps, you know, like we try to do in our first season, articulate thoughts that you have had or maybe you didn't know how to say. Like he's very inspirational in that and throughout this entire album, I think. With that, go ahead.
And another thing, I was paused for a long time. And another thing, I think if he's not being inspirational, there are parts where you might think he's about to be negative, but then you're like, I learned something.
Right. It was the other way. It was some parts I thought he was like flexing, but it was like he wasn't really flexing. There's always a message.
Always a message
on every single track.
So that is good about this.
Absolutely.
To feel good, it's positive, it's uplifting, and it teaches people things who may not already realize. Life lessons. So
I tried to Google this because I feel like this is a show that I used to watch back in the day about like, because he said, and the question I have for you, sis, is where did he get that? I'm on an island like Wilson. Like I've heard that before. Where did he get that from?
On an island like Wilson.
He took that from a show, and I can't remember what it was.
Was it Gilligan's Island?
That was my first thought.
It's a Wilson on Gilligan's Island, ain't it?
Well, if there is a Wilson, then that must be where you got it from. He said, like, yeah, I'm by myself on the island, like Wilson. And
it gotta be Gilligan's Island.
And then, I mean, I'm pretty sure I used to watch the show as well. That's why it's kind of like recurring.
Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. It was the
No,
that was Hurston or Thurston.
See, that's the fuck up. Like I'm not really sure either.
Well, no,
because I haven't watched the show since I was a kid.
Right,
like
me neither.
You know, so it's like, but since I did remember hearing it, it was a really funny part. Like I like bust out laughing like for a few seconds in my car hearing that. Wilson.
The next song is my favorite.
I ain't never giving drink up.
Drink up. Cabernet. So this song is great. The beat is great. The execution is superb. And the flow is remarkable. And there's a message. This is one of the songs that we were just highlighting how you didn't think he's flexing and saying something negative.
Right.
Why we drinking? Like, cause that's our condition. we're conditioned to drink. You know, it's like, why are you doing it? Right. So there's a message there, but
because at first it looked like he was gonna go over there and like them dudes looking at us like they want to whip him. I can't even get it out. And then it's like, and why is that? Because drunk is their condition. Because it's like at first it was like, yeah, we about to get crunk, we about to fuck these dudes up, and then it's like, but drunk is their condition.
Right.
You know.
And then talk about hitting. Even hitting. Talk about a chick. He's like, and then we want some chicken or something.
No shoot.
I don't know that he said specifically, but he basically said, you know, you go to the club, you get drunk, you meet the girl, you want something to eat, y'all might get faded again, and then in real life y'all go to sleep. and it's a condition. Like it's a condition of like the rock star life, and
basically. And that's I think the
what we've been subscribed to.
how the beat sets off with the guitar and the bells. It just goes well with the theme of the song as well. Like the guitar and bells sound like drunk. It has a drunk sound to it. To me, that's how
it does. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, why you hitting? That's how everything goes.
It I mean, like
that beat.
Excellent. Yeah. I mean, perfectly mapped out soundtrack right there. I mean. Like, I mean, they
drink up. So just know that track number 4.
Hopefully, and not only that, I'm just thinking. Hopefully, that has already been used or will be used as like a soundtrack in a movie for like a club scene or something. I hope so. So Don't Nobody Want None. Next track, number 5, makes me think about The Last Dragon. Like, you know, I want to like walk into like a room with my Leroy Glow. Like, you know, when that beat comes on.
Song, super 80s.
Yeah.
It's dedicated. It's actually in real life dedicated to like the DJs and dance crews and stuff.
Okay.
So it's a beat when it comes on. All you can envision is Adidas jumpsuits, tracksuits, Adidas cardboard on the rooftop,
probably breakdancing. Yeah.
That's it. That's what you think of as soon as you hear beep, 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 that keyboard sound in the background. That Casio keyboard sound.
But it was still. I mean, I don't normally.
I like it. I do.
Yeah, I was saying I don't normally rock with like those old sounding songs, but I rock with that one a lot.
I did like this one.
He had the futuristic tech, like you know, robot on there.
Yeah.
It was fire.
So I like it too, and I don't usually like songs like that, but it was a nice flow, and I mean, just the whole purpose of it. You know, if you're an artist, you're like, I'm gonna make a song just for this group of people. You know what I mean? Because if you got fans that like that, it's good to look out for them in that area, you know?
Absolutely.
Because not everybody likes the same, you know, it's good. It's a very diverse album, too.
All the way through.
So you know, and that's what makes him a good artist. And one of our favorite is that you can be versatile. Like, versatility isn't, if you can be versatile and your flow accommodates that, then you're probably in the top 10. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a dope song. Don't Nobody Want None.
None. So,
Bad Juju.
This is
featuring King ISO. It's tribal
sacrificial music going on.
Beat switches. I don't like it. I don't like it that much. I mean, it's okay.
Okay, I forgot about the beat switch. I have to listen to it again.
Yeah, the beat switches. Swahili. He mentioned something about Habari Gani. I'm gonna mess it up. It's NDUGU. And that means, he keeps saying it. That's a part of the course, I think.
Okay.
And I looked it up. It's Swahili, and it means, how are you, brother?
Oh, okay.
So when you hear Habari Gani, so anything sounds like Habari Gani, he's basically saying, how are you, brother? You're welcome. Because you didn't know that. And or maybe you did. I mean.
There was a part, I mean. Again,
I didn't know Swahili.
Again, like I said, perfect execution throughout the album, but there was one part where he said, something, anybody want to get this pyro, instead of saying fire, like you said, get this pyro, like to rhyme with what he was saying.
Right.
Like that. He ain't giving dudes fire, he giving pyro.
That's a lot of fire.
And then it's like, it's tribal, so it's probably like a volcano that he's pouring on you.
He's probably giving them the pyro individual. He's giving them a person that only wants to set fires.
A pyromaniac.
He gives him a pyromaniac, right?
Or he could just be dumping into a volcano.
This tired pyromaniac.
There you go.
He'll always be willing to set fires for you.
Yeah, or he made his head just drop you off from a helicopter into like
the fire pit.
The volcano.
The blue kind of fire.
Molten rock.
The kind you can't really see. It's just like the blue part, the hottest part of the fire.
The flame of Olympus is which he's referring to. Terrible. So bad.
So 7.
Picking up with Comfortable.
Comfortable.
My favorite track on the album.
This is one of my faves as well.
It the singing sample. The singing sample is just the instrument. It's like the main part of the instrumental. I don't know why I like it, but it's like the rhythm of it and like how she's singing. I don't know. I can't even understand what she's saying.
She has like a baby electric voice. It's like an electric voice, but it's like baby electric. And this is one of the songs out of all of them where I like just about every single verse that he raps. Oh, you know, sometimes you be like, oh, that verse was like a filler. But like,
I didn't.
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear any fillers from Tech N9ne. I didn't on this album.
But this one was perfect. This one was flawless. So shout out to Tech N9ne for Comfortable. I enjoyed it. Let me see. What do I have here? I think that's it. I like the chorus, like you said.
The message I got is he speaks a lot about his career on this album as well to help inspire you, and he's speaking about his comfort and discomfort dealing with marketing and the industry, interviews with radio stations, things like that.
Yeah.
And Tech N9ne, and another reason that you can kind of tell that he is old school or late 90s at this point, which is old school now, I guess. So you can kind of tell this because he also has like the way he brings it is like a classic battle rapper style. Like I picked it up from him as well. Like that's his style. Like it's like I can't think of probably any current rappers that really want to like fuck with Tech N9ne for real. Now, on the battle rap tip.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you feel like that he is a classic battle rap artist because his flow, the way he presents it, is like aggressive?
No,
you know what I mean?
Nope.
Because you know how Drake he'll rap, but it's like laid back.
Yeah.
Even though he might be saying something.
But Drake got them punches though.
But I'm just saying like the energy in his flow is what I'm speaking on.
No, not even the energy.
Okay.
Not even the energy.
Okay.
Just like his delivery.
Because his energy, he has more energy than most rappers that I thought would attribute to your concept of him being.
He does.
A battle rapper.
And that will probably make it worse than his opponent. That he has so much energy.
Battle rapper energy is what I'm saying about.
Yeah, like that. And when I say classic battle rap, I wish I could give a better description of that.
Like the ones that used to come on the
right,
videos where they were standing in the ring.
Really, what I'm trying to say is like battle rap isn't really a thing anymore. Like yeah, you hear about some rappers that have beef, but it's not really like.
There's underground battle raps that
it's still happening.
Yeah,
but
it's still happening.
In the mainstream, it's like you get little like jabs here and there, but you don't really have like rappers of equal execution talent going at it like that.
The art of battle rap exists, I think, pretty prominently still in the underground.
In the underground, I'm talking
but that's not something that can exist.
It has been in the mainstream though. Like when Nas and Jay went at it, that was an equal battle.
Yeah.
It was like you had two
monsters
going at it.
Like they really were like, okay. I feel like when celebrities do it, it's a lot different than you being actually selected
in the battle.
You know what I mean?
Right,
to actually like that's like a whole different art, and that's what I'm saying. In that essence,
that's a good point. It is way. The real battle rappers you see on YouTube and stuff,
right?
Like that real underground stuff. That shit is gritty.
Yeah.
And no one in the mainstream wants to fuck with that.
Right.
Okay, like you just don't want to go there.
Yeah, it's just like
your career will end.
Yeah.
Instantly, but at the same time, I do think you should see more.
They're not going to be like in the same setting together, rapping against each other.
Before that, you had like Rakim and Big Daddy Kane go at it.
Yeah. But they was really in real life beefing though, so it was like different. That's another thing too.
But it's like now
they made up, and they were cool, but they were really like at that juncture, like they were really beefing.
I like the Nicki and Remy. I like that.
I like that too. They was really beefing too.
I get all. Of course, in the mainstream, it would have to be that way.
Yeah.
Like, why else would you even bother wasting your time?
Yeah.
It's just But I just nowadays, I mean, maybe because I don't listen to the radio anymore, but it's like I don't know who in mainstream now. Like it's just not as prominent as it used to be amongst popular artists.
But I do think he has the energy of a
he also
rapper.
has the energy as well. Like he has a complete package, but he's also someone like this on a lyrical level. Like nobody really wants to fuck with N9ne.
I don't like to say untested.
Untested?
I ain't gonna say that.
I didn't say untested.
You didn't. I started to, but then I said no. That's too much. So No Reason, the Mosh Pit song is next.
Machine Gun
Track
Kelly.
number 8. Machine Gun Kelly, and I wrote it right here.
He brought it.
Killed it. So Machine Gun Kelly and Y2 is on the chorus. Yeah. Do you know Y2?
This is my first time seeing the name.
Okay.
Sorry. But yeah, I mean, lyrically a dope song. Like I said, to me, one of the more boring beats. But to me, I can hear the contemporary sound of the beat.
I like as well. Beat. This is one of my favorite beats.
That's what's up. That's cool.
I did like the beat, and it is the song that the artist jumps into the crowd on. You know, a mosh pit. A mosh pit, for those of you who don't know, is a part of the crowd that is just chaotic. I mean, everybody. It's like cool, but everybody is like fighting at the same time, and that's a part of what you're supposed to do in a mosh pit. Okay. And then you have whoever's performing. They're like, "I'm crazy too, and I'm gonna jump into the crowd, and they're gonna catch me, perhaps." And you know, so that's a mosh pit. I'm sure I'm off in certain areas with the details, but. Hey, that's the gist of it. Anybody, is that what you think of when you think about
comments in the comment section? The true definition of mosh pit, if you know what it is.
That is what you think of.
Because I know that's what I thought it was too.
Right, I think so too.
There was a mosh pit scene on Dave Chappelle. That's exactly what happened.
Definitely what happened. Dave Chappelle is the
authority.
Right. So
real shit.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle if you ever watch this. We love you. But yeah, it's a build up to the climax. It's kind of strong. It's a build up to the climax kind of song. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Verse 2 is Machine Gun Kelly, and verse 3 is Y2. In case you don't know them, you can tell them apart and get to know them. Because Machine Gun Kelly is a good artist. I've followed him for some time since he came out. He's dope. And I don't know much about Y2, but he was okay too. I don't think he did bad. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think the features, the featuring artists, like they were at the right place for the right songs. Like, yeah. I mean, this is like somewhere there where Y2 should have been. Yeah. And the features are perfectly placed. I mean, I'm okay with all the features here. So Bright Fall.
Bright Fall Confessions.
Okay, the Confessions is okay. It's like an actual, what do you call it? Like a skit. Like it's not a song, but it's like just him talking.
It's a song. And it's creepy.
The confession part?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a church on the chorus.
Okay.
It's way too churchy because they be ooh. It's like ooh. It's like a churchy song. At the very end, there's like a demon voice near the end, and it's creepy. Those are my notes. It's creepy.
Okay.
It's super creepy to me.
The only thing I remember from the Bright Fall, I didn't really pay attention to the instrumentals in Bright Fall Confessions because he didn't actually rap on that song. He was just like kind of whispering his.
It was a whisper rap.
Faith history. He wasn't rapping. He wasn't like in flow. He was just talking about like his faith history.
Oh, number 10 is Bright Fall.
Bright Fall.
That's what you're talking about.
The song Bright Fall is where he actually he starts rapping about what he just spoke of.
Okay.
That's what Bright Fall was. Which I
had it two different things.
They were still two tracks. N9ne, I'm assuming that's the order.
I don't is the intro. What I don't have
I don't have a numerical like breakdown here, but I'm assuming number 9 is Bright Fall Confessions, and number 10 is the song Bright Fall.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Right there, you go. But Bright Fall Confessions is not a song. That's what
I'm saying too. Okay, I probably got them switched.
There we go. Bright Fall is Fire Again. Has a choir like church sound to it
it's still creepy to me
for what he's speaking about. Mm-hmm. It was creepy at the end because it sounded like some real devil.
Demon. I did have a reverse.
There was Devil May Cry at the end of Bright Fall. There was like some Devil May Cry shit. It was, and I had to look up what they were saying. They were saying hideous, grotesque, like in the opera demon voice.
I didn't even look it up. I was scared, terrified.
But I mean. It's a
Did you like the song? What did you think
it was dope. It was a faith-based song. I mean, there's so much diversity on this album.
Yeah.
I mean, he's speaking about politics, speaking about his career.
Mm-hmm.
He's speaking about Trump being your condition, and now he's talking about faith. And I mean, it's just another layer to like all the.
Complexity, yeah.
I mean, because I'm not going to say any names, but I've heard artists that when they try to bring diversity to the subject matter, they can't deliver the same execution or like
that is a stellar point.
Yeah, like I mean, like I said, there was a very popular album I think that came out last year from like a big mainstream artist, and I'm not going to like give it a note on the show by name, but it was an album that got like a lot of props and shine for the concept and subject. But execution, like, dude, really fell off to me. Like, so like Tech N9ne was like,
he better.
Tech N9ne can rap fire about anything and about any topic there is. Like he would still bring it.
I agree with you.
So that's what's up.
I just had a hard time
getting around the creepiness.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry.
That was good though.
Poor baby. I'm sorry.
I want to go back and listen to it now because of what you said.
Yeah, hideous, go test, yeah.
Not that part, obviously.
You should go
like the great part, not the kitty.
Listen to the demon.
Listen to the demon part first. No. Red Byers is next. What the hell? What's a red buyer, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know?
I didn't do the research. I mean,
Say something, do something. Featuring Chris, Keiko.
I know the
Calico.
The dude who was saying say something, do something, and like he also said something else in the middle of the track. I could have sworn that was Ice Cube. It's not Ice Cube though.
In the beginning, I thought the same thing, but then after like 1 second, I was like, no.
Yeah, Big Scoop is
But I mispronounced the artist's name. It's Red Byers featuring Chris Calico.
Okay. Say
something, do something. That's part of the title of the song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of blood undertones throughout the album, throughout the entire album, and this is another highlight of that.
Okay.
I like it, and it scared me the first time when he said we went through so much. Like he screams it. He be like, we went through so much. As a part of the song where he like screams that out, and it's like, it really. I could feel it almost.
Yes.
I could feel the energy from it, and as a race, we have been through a lot, and for him to have found a way to like express that and to touch somebody, because if you listen to it, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. He's like you feel it. You just feel it. I don't know how. There's like a vibration that. You'll encounter. Does that sound weird? Do you know?
Not at all. Because I mean, part of what he did there to help deliver that feeling, he was really showing off his diversity and flow as well. And editing. Yeah. Because there's things that he added to his voice and layers, in editing that I could hear too. Okay, gotcha.
That really assisted with that vibration.
Yeah, I was gonna try to like recite one of these lyrics that I copied I'm not gonna sound like him.
Do it.
He said I put the whoop in it a few moments, then you're gonna get a new song with it, and then he goes on it. But that particular like moment, like he switches his flow up.
Yeah.
And he's like going like he goes in and out a lot of different flows. And I think that contributed to like how you could feel the frequency of what he was trying to project.
That's a good
point. As well. Because he's giving you different feelings throughout the song as well, like with his flow.
Different emotions, right? Different temperatures. Like, I definitely understand that. I like the song. It's a good song.
It's fire. It's fire.
I'm sure, Red Byers probably has something to do with.
We probably should have. One of us should have done the research on who Red Byers is.
I tried to look it up. I couldn't find anything on it.
Okay, well, never mind.
I didn't look that long.
We did try.
I tried.
I stand corrected.
I care. Never Stray.
Stray Away, I think, right?
It's my favorite track. Featuring N9ne Monjo. N9ne Monjo is throughout
N9ne Monjo makes so much of this album pop. Like, I mean...
He's a good independent... I listened to, like, his channel one day.
Oh, okay.
On Spotify. And it was a dope channel. I gotta say, stop saying dope so much.
We talking about some dope shit right now.
I know!
N9ne Monjo, like, he's... one of the biggest parts of like the emotion that you're feeling. Like I mean he just for the track, he just perfectly delivers like that whatever chorus is needed. Like I mean, it just sounds. It's the main instrument. It's instrumental.
Synchronizes perfectly.
And
mellow.
So
it's very mellow beat. This song, Never Stray, and it's just be true to yourself.
Absolutely,
the message that's here.
There's an inspirational message, including what Sister just said. Like, Tech has had a successful career despite not being on mainstream radio. The singing on the chorus, like again, my notes here says, it helps you feel the spirit of the song. Mm-hmm. And he also mentioned that he doesn't get played because he doesn't blend with the Migos.
Oh.
He mentions that like lyrically as well. Mm-hmm. And so
he don't like he's like taking a stab at the Migos. Is that what you're saying?
No, I wouldn't say that, but okay. It's just making that point that Tech N9ne is not that kind of cat that is just going to be out there in the mainstream like probably ever,
And shout out to him being independent too.
But he's still extremely successful.
Yes.
In spite of not being on the radio.
Yes.
And
20 albums? Come on, that's a lot.
Take the hat off to that. I'm not taking off hat on the show, but take the hat off though. You take your hat off at home. Thank you, sis, for taking your hat off.
Can't see it's cool. See through, obviously.
Show enough.
This song. I love this song.
Really?
I love this song.
Okay.
You know why I love this song? Because it's so like black to me. And when he say show enough, I mean that's another part. You can like it make you think of show enough right away. Like show, like it's so guttural, and that makes the song the best to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's my second favorite on the album. And the beat goes hard. I really, really like it. Starts off slow. Every time they say show enough, they mean that shit. That's what I wrote. They mean that shit. I mean, you can tell like they show enough. I mean, I'm sorry. I wanted to highlight that part. I like that part a lot.
Some Shogun shit going on there. The master.
Yes.
Who's the master? Yes. And it's a celebration about coming up from the struggle. Like he's celebrating the fact that he had to go through a lot of shit. And
am I finna show off? Yes, show enough.
So he's celebrating. It's a celebration. It's a celebration song. Yeah, so it's dope.
The chorus is the best. You'll love it. Everybody will love it. How I'm Feeling, featuring the Product and
N9ne.
N9ne Monjo.
And N9ne's his sound again. This is where he is the main instrumental, I think, because he makes a song. He helps make the song sound contemporary again.
Okay.
To me, and Snow the Product. Okay, so they're kind of like taking another jab at like the mainstream though, because Snow the Product, that's the female artist that's flowing on here. So she's bringing heat, and then she says, "It ain't mumble rap if you can hear me clearly."
She's fire.
Right.
She's Mexican. She was signed to Atlantic in 2013, actually. So she's been around for a minute, and I listened to some of her stuff too. She's fire.
Nice.
So shout out to her.
Yeah, so I hope she gets the shine that she deserves in the industry too, because
she had a dope verse on here.
I mean, I'm saying in general, for her to be as dope as she is, I hope she really, especially if she's signed to like a label.
Atlantic. I don't know if she's still signed. She signed with them in 2013.
If she's signed to a label, then she deserves everything she gets from the game, and because she's better than I can't think of anyone in mainstream better than her. I can think of other female artists that are about at her level, but like this in mainstream, But okay, to me, N9ne gave the song a good contemporary sound, and he carried the track to me as far as like the sound of it.
I'm sorry.
The flow of Snow the Product, Tech, and N9ne make the song they carry this. This is one of the more boring beats to me, But it's like again,
can carry the beat.
But again, it's like how I think in my mind music is now. It's how I think it is now. Anyway, so
it had like an E40 vibe too. Like
E40?
It reminded me. It was reminiscent of E40.
I gotta go back and check my E40s.
When N9ne, I mean not with N9ne, but N9ne was rapping.
Okay, gotcha.
And it was another. I forgot to mention. It's another song on the album that I was like, it did. I mean, it didn't last for long. It's not super, but it had that like a hint of that E40 flair to it.
Interesting.
And then I respect E40. He's not a favorite artist of mine, but like I wouldn't buy his album.
Yeah, and
but I mean he gets a lot of respect. Like he's creative, but like him as a rapper, I can't get jiggy with it.
Yeah, he has a different kind of flow.
He makes up words and like has a whole different vernacular than.
It's that voice though.
Yeah, wow, like that.
Fucks you up there.
But that's how I'm feeling. What did I say? It sounds a little E40. Just a tad. Yep, I wrote just a tad. Now the damn thing is next.
So enjoying the fruits of your labor, being lazy.
Bouncy beat.
With an epic piano loop. And the piano loop sounds like it has like something else mixed with the piano.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a faint singing is like is syncing with the piano. I don't know. I don't know. The whole thing might be the piano. But the piano echo sound is excellent. Like I mean, it really makes the song pop.
Very well produced. The music was very well put together. I agree. I don't have nothing on that song.
It was a lazy ass song.
Don't want to do anything. Put some money up. Whatever. He mentioned like I'll just put some money up. Like
I mean you stack your bread and sometimes you got to kick back and just
put the money up. I just want to hang out and just.
And you talked about like
spend my money and enjoy with the fruits of my labor.
You talked about kicking back with some Netflixables and
there's nothing wrong with that.
Bringing the shorty through. I mean, it's you gotta. You earned it.
I can't wait to get home and do just that.
Netflix
get a fire ass meal going and watch some fire ass Netflix movies on my list.
The hottest Netflix movie
that I ain't watching the whole 3 months. My fault. Who's on this one again?
It's N9ne.
N9ne Mandro.
Making the soul of the song. Trying to take me out the game, but ain't no stopping me.
Oh.
I mean, it's almost like the summoning of power, like in tech.
You want to skip over that fire just now, though? That fire verse you just sang out there?
That
sounded like you out of here.
It ain't my. You dumb. I didn't sing it, first of all. So
I'm gonna rewind this part.
I didn't sing that. N9ne sung that. So, but that so how he sets up the track by singing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the summoning of power. It sounds like ain't no stopping me. Like I'm coming with this force. And I like a lot of times with music, music to me correlates with video games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, summoning the elements of some shit.
Right.
On somebody like your enemies, and people trying to stop Tech, in his career. And in this case, the storyline is like he has some gangsters like threatening him and a rape.
Child pornography charge.
Yeah, a rape accusation. Yeah, child pornography charge. So he had like some like
serious matters.
Yeah, some bumps in the road, and it's like, but you can't stop me though. I'm coming with too much, and y'all not gonna stop me.
Great areola flow.
Yeah, I think he was trying to call the girl areola, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
that was kind of cool.
Because I would assume that's not her real name. And then the gangsters who were threatening her were the Juggalos. Gave him some death threats for, I guess, not showing enough love.
Oh, story song.
Yeah, so nice. I mean, like I said, but he's saying they tried to take me out of the game, but ain't no stopping me. But it hits. It really. I felt the emotion in that song as well.
And it's so smart of him to be able to be intuitive enough, to know how to get through those channels that sometimes aren't easily penetrated. You know what I mean? So that he deserves props for that too. Yeah, he's getting a lot of props. I mean, but he deserves them.
It's like just on subject matter, diversity, flow switch, execution. All those are like an excellent on this album throughout. And then we got Tapping In, right? Is it called Tapping In?
Featuring Joey Cool, the coolest cat.
So Joey Cool was doing the phone.
Coolest of cats. Like Joey Cool back on The
stay cool. Or you talking about some other shit? But yeah. So like Joey Cool was one that was on the phone saying
20.
like, yeah, you fuck my girl. Like, was that Joey Cool?
She 40. They creeping. Joey Cool and a homeboy on the track. He's basically screwing his best friend's girl. So they start beefing, and he lied to his homie, and like, yo, I gotta go.
Right. That was the funny part. I gotta go.
Right. So boo to Joey, because you're a terrible person on this song. You just gonna lie to your homeboy? Like, that's your bestie though? You been screwing his girl, and then you're like,
but I thought Tech was the one smashing the chick.
no, Joey is the one. Joey Cool's the one smashing the chick. But he's, finally talked to the dude, and then he like, when he caught, like, yo, so you been screwing my girl? He like, I gotta go. That's boo, Joe. No, I don't. But it was a nice
story.
Flow.
Good storytelling.
We need to find some synonyms for flow.
Okay, good storytelling.
It was a good storytelling though.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that most artists don't do well, storytelling. So N9ne does it flawlessly.
Yeah.
Throughout the album as well. For all the stories that he's telling here, and
18 is Levitation.
So the end of and tell me if you caught this.
You're gonna say slavery?
Tell me if you caught this, sister. But the end of Tapping In, when Levitation came on, it almost sounded like a beat switch. It sounded like the same song.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like it was supposed to be part of that song.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, he just talked about like two of his homies dying, and then like there's levitation, like the come up, like okay, here we go, like we're ascending now. So. After all the darkness, like it's Tapping In was a dark song.
Mm-hmm.
So Levitation's like, okay. So I mean that blend was like wow. But what you got?
I agree with that blend, and I think now that there may be even a deeper blend in the connection of the songs. Let's go back and give it another gander. I've listened to this several times, but now there's some new information. I like to make a point right now. That's why I like music so much, because there's so many ways you can interpret it. Yeah, there's so many ways you can go. But you gotta have the right artist, and he's one of the artists that fit the bill. So Levitation, Nave Monjo again is on here. R&B feels, he's on top of the world. Another feel good track, very positive. He's in a good place. You also can levitate if you just believe.
Absolutely. And
didn't do a major record deal. He's an indie artist and he rocks, and I just want to keep mentioning that.
So the blend to me sounds incredible, and this song also repeats a theme of inspiration, which has been throughout the album, as I've said before, where other artists may be accused of flexing when they talk about things that he's speaking about, as far as like his come up and how the way he's shining. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the way it's presented or perceived can be just like flexing. Yeah. But like he makes, he talks about his accomplishments and his shine, but mm-hmm. It always sounds inspirational.
It's in a way where you don't perceive it as being gaudy or being braggy. You know what I mean?
He sounds very humbled
and
to be a successful independent artist. And then one of the lyrics I highlighted here was, and I'm okay, I can't remember how he flowed it, so it's gonna sound fucked up, but he says, schedule filled in, and I still got to fit it in. They depend on me, who my family, fans, and homies. True. Have to understand it's all about team, not only you. And that hits home. That should hit home for
me,
everyone listening, actually, because a lot of times in this modern social media era, we feel overwhelmed. We feel like we don't have time for anything. We have all these goals that we can't put the pieces to, and take steps towards. And it's like it's not just about you though, and that's why sometimes, like we talked about before, like kids. Like people who have kids, like we don't have kids. Would that make us more urgent to get shit done? I don't know. Like,
right.
But I mean, but it's like we do this. We depend on each other for doing the show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, like at work, I'm thinking it's all about me at work, and it's like it's not really though. It's
it's about a team.
Yeah.
And even bigger, what I think he means by that is on a scale of black people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's not just you out here representing you. You're out here representing a race. You know, so think about that when you're out here being reckless. You making us look bad, and it is the handful of people that make the entire race look bad.
It has a lot of layers to it.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of layers.
It has a lot of layers.
And I agree, because like even with us, we gotta depend on each other for the show, like you said, and so I might be like, oh well, I'm gonna do this to make sure that things go smoothly. You like, I'm gonna do this to make sure that because we understand each other. So that's a part of any cohesive team, Dope team.
The dopest of
team. Need to get in the camera better.
The dopest of team works out here. Get in there, sis. You know what? I turned my legs over, so it probably gave you less room over there.
I know. There. Okay. Look at that. I'm up like where you're at now. Okay. So now the last one is We Won't Go Quietly.
So like a song of unity, right?
Yes.
Powerful song of unity. Very pretty song.
Well, guess what? When it came right after they levitated, though. Look at that. The connection.
Right. He takes you a journey.
Takes you through a journey.
I didn't catch that. That's dope.
I didn't catch it before that, so we held each other out.
Oh, okay. Got you.
And then that made me think back to the whole album. Like, maybe it's all connected. But then, boom, boom, levitate. We Won't Go Quietly. Down.
So, I mean, that's some real ad-lib shit as recording.
Right.
Because, like, I already thought this album was excellent, but that just boosted.
Great
like, there were bonus points there given.
Many bonus points.
For that connection across at least 3 tracks. Maybe more.
And it's about the times. It's a perfect punctuation to the album. Like an exclamation point, because it's about race, it's about war, it's about the current times and all the dramatic stuff that's occurring that we have no control over. And, everybody can relate to that. So it's a good exit for the album, I think. Was,
right. Perfect outro. Yeah. And do you know anything about the singer Jordan Omley? Like, did you know anything about him before?
Jordan Omley, I don't, and I meant to look him up.
He did a great job.
I think he was stellar too. Yeah,
but
he had some great artists on the album, and it was so refreshing because they all had their own unique sound. A lot of like these airy voiced females come out now between like 17 and 24, and they all sound exactly the same and look exactly the same.
Right.
They're all beige with dark hair and
with the bangs, right?
Yeah, so I mean, and they're gorgeous girls, and I'm glad they're successful. But I'm just saying, get some mix it up.
You diversify your bones.
Diversify your bones.
Out here.
So yeah. But I think the only thing, 2 notes, Fresh Out was the one that I liked the least.
Okay.
As an overall judgment, and the one I liked the most was Drink Up. I mentioned that.
Okay.
So I would do a separate one usually for the beat and for my favorite beat and for my favorite track, but Drink Up was both for that. So.
For rating, especially with the bonus points added, because it's like all the tracks except for Fresh Out. Fresh Out to me was one of like the more boring beats to me, but in general, like the other beats that I thought were boring, you liked.
Yeah.
So that supports my theory about like the contemporary production that happens now is, I think, is more fan friendly. Mm-hmm. And N9ne himself also has an instrumental flow as well that carries a song. So the album's a 10 out of 10 to me because I like every track as far as execution, as far as features, as far as storytelling, and now at this point connections.
At this point, the connection.
At this point, connections. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, any beat that maybe might have been like a little not to my taste, like most of you out there listening would probably like it.
Yeah.
So it's a 10 out of 10 to me. I can't. I mean, that's Tech9. I mean, what else you can do? It's Tech9. I mean, what else you want? I mean, that's me. I give it a 10.
I was gonna say 9, but now I feel like I gotta do at least a 9.5 though. I'm gonna do a 9.5.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the beats ain't gonna be everyone's taste.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like that's why it's called strange music.
Planet.
Strange.
But I like the album. I'm listening to it. It's something that I would listen to on a regular basis. Right. So
got me going through the whole N9ne catalog now.
Right.
For real.
So we gotta check it out, and I hope y'all check it out too. And I hope y'all like that review.
Hey. I'm out here with these passion points for y'all. My finger waves are golden, and they reflect beautifully off the sunshine. Sit back and enjoy. These passion points. These passion points. Send in your passion points, hoping that you enjoy sealing it with the kiss. Passion points. Just for you. Sit back and enjoy these passion points. Absolutely alphas with Tone and Trina. Passion points.
And now it's time for. You know what it is. You heard the soundtrack. You heard
the ill ass lyrics.
It's auto-tune on it too, right?
Perhaps.
Yeah. So like you heard that ill shit.
I know. I said I was gonna do it last time, and I did do it last time, you guys. And I'm sorry, but I just wasn't in love with it. So I did a poll, and what you guys pick is what you heard. So I hope you liked it.
Dope. So I want to speak about
your passion points.
Yeah, my passion point is going to be a brother that had a lot of light that I used to work with, that you couldn't say anything negative about at all. Like no one could say anything negative about this guy. If you say anything about this dude behind his back, it was something good.
Yeah.
He was that kind of guy. And he has passed. It's been about 3 weeks, I think, since he's been passed. His funeral was about a week and a half ago. So
sorry for your loss.
It's after, since the last time we actually recorded in here, and his family has not released the cause of his death. But his name was Sean Smith, and
rest in peace.
I'm not gonna. He was close enough to me to impact me. That such a light spirit, a light soul, has left us, and
that's what we need more than anything.
Absolutely, and I wish I could say that I spent, that's always the regret. Like you spend more time with the person. That's always the regret naturally, but really, like, I can't even sit here in front like I was one of his close friends, like, inside inner circle friends, and he was one of mine, because we weren't over each other's house all the time or anything. Like I had never met his girlfriend or anything, or like members of his family. But we had some network connections, and we worked together. And I trained him a few times, and he was his brother with a lot of light. And I am friends also with someone who told me that he was her best friend. I am friends with her, and she told me something about him I didn't know. And I knew that he was about 300 pounds, and he was trying to lose weight for the military. I did know that about him.
Okay.
What I did not know about him is that he was taking thermogenics. And not just taking thermogenics, but according to her, taking copious amounts. So,
that's bad for your heart.
In addendum to drinking energy drinks, which, if I'm not mistaken, the thermogenics do tell you in the bottle to not consume other caffeine products with it.
Right.
And that I'm gonna put that as an add-on to my point that I'm making here now, that if the bottle doesn't say it, if you're taking a thermogenic, it has enough caffeine in it as well to fuel your energy for the day, to fulfill your caffeine need for that day, and you shouldn't still be drinking coffee or drinking energy drinks or whatever your typical caffeine routine is.
Right.
It should be discontinued if you're taking a fat burning supplement. Okay. I mean, there are some that are exceptional to that rule, like, you know, MCTs are marketed as thermogenics. I forgot about those. But yeah, thermogenics, like Sister just reiterated, like the actual thermogenics, like per se. And in the military, there were people who literally did die off Jack 3D.
Yeah, I heard about that.
In the old formula, but it was because they were ODing though. They were doing dumb shit.
It was like a party drug.
These things are powerful. They help you focus, like college students using to focus. You know, if they're not trying to lose weight or work out, they just using to focus. So they're powerful supplements, and
be careful.
You need to chill. So
know your body too.
So
rest in peace to him.
One of my other big regrets, rest in peace to Sean Smith. Great, you know, shining light of the world. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's a guy I met at the job that I have now, and he was the first person that I ever met that was like that. That was like super pure. Like there's nothing I could say bad about him.
Right. Wow.
Like you don't meet a lot of those type of people.
Not at all.
Because he was the first one I met, and mine's been years on this earth. You know, and I was like, wow, he was a motivation to me. Like he really motivated me to be like a better person.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because if I did say, oh, let me go see what she want, he was like, well, I ain't saying nothing. All right, you know, like, you know what? I should stop talking crap about people. Because she was annoying. Nobody liked her. But I'm like, you know, I'm not going to say bad things at all about people now, you know? And
man, every time
that's what I try to do.
Every time anyone saw Sean, he was constantly checking up on you, seeing how you were doing.
Right.
And again, like I said, even if you, like I said, because I don't think or feel like I was one of those close people in his life. But he was always like we were always like whenever I hung out with him in the cafeteria or just walking around in the gym or training them, like it was always like a strong like bond I felt. And I took some of the weight because had I known he was, well, again, the cause of his death is unknown. Let me just be perfectly clear on that. But I still take some of the weight of what happened because I could have at least just been a more positive influence.
You didn't know.
To like we had conflicting work schedules as far as me training him, but I should have at least got with him once a week and just been a lot more diligent in getting with him. And this occurrence has really I had already really kicked it up a lot with me being a fitness authority and putting myself out there as of late. But I'm definitely going to follow through on the commitments that I've already made to people for sure now. And
that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, because I need to spread my light as well. And, you know, every little bit helps. You know, I could have been like the difference. Again, I don't know what the cause was, but I could have been that
some type of impact.
That 2% is what makes a difference, you know, sometimes. So like I could have helped out.
Well, that's good you got that from there.
Yeah. So
I appreciate that.
That's all I got from that.
Be better people, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day.
Basically.
But my passion point is much more different, I would say. But I'm just passionate right now about like Black entertainment and how it's on the come up. We all know about Black Panther. That's just surpassed all the Marvel movies. And it's like #1 in every category. So that's super phenomenal. The show Blackish. I don't know if you guys don't watch the show Blackish. You guys got to watch the show Blackish. It is the best. If there was a marathon of that on, I would watch that over anything else right now.
It's the smartest show I've
ever watched. American Dad, you know, a lot.
Is it? Can you think of a show smarter than Blackish? Like it's a smart show, right? Like
they did an episode where they like redid. I don't know if I told you about it. They redid like Get Out.
Yeah, you did something about that.
It was so funny. It was so creative. Oh my god! Every episode, and a little boy Miles, he just be dancing. I followed him on Instagram all the time, and all his videos, he just be dancing and rapping, just like he is in person, like on the show. You know what I mean? He's so adorable. But Black Entertainment Period is my point, and I really appreciate that show, and we need to definitely be more supportive if we're not already doing it. You know, pay for things. Dame Dash, he doing his thing. Support him. Even though Stacey Dash was being a douchebag, but you know, we're out there. You know, there's YouTube.
We out here.
I go to Amazon. I think Amazon Prime. Yeah, Amazon Prime has a channel, and on the stick, and I subscribe to that, and I go and look at like, you know, the low end black movies. People, a lot of Detroit filmmakers out there. Baltimore got a few filmmakers. Okay. Shout out to Amin Radarbi. You know, he did.
Is there a black section on Amazon?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All you gotta do is find like one black director that's on there, and then it'll give you suggestions for like all the rest. Then you just can go, you know, explore from there, just like YouTube.
I'm with it, yeah.
Because I did a little acting gig last summer in the mountains of Virginia, Winchester, and it was very interesting. So I learned a lot about YouTube and the black directors here and in Baltimore, and because the girl that was acting on set with me, she was an actress in a Baltimore scene. Okay. I think it was called Be More Chicks. Matter of fact, y'all can look it up on YouTube. Shout out to whoever that is. You know, it was cool. You know, but I'm just saying, just the support, just those likes, just that everything, every little bit counts. You know, and in the entertainment sector, that's always important too. So I'm passionate about it because I've been very pleased lately with our cinema, and we've come a long way. And I'm a movie buff, so I pay close attention to how movies are made and what the production is like. And you know, black cinema has gotten astoundingly better over the past few years, and I was already supporting it. So if you guys aren't, make sure you do.
Very critical that we get out there and support.
Yes.
Absolutely, especially like the black produced movies, because there was a lot of debate. I was out one night and my boy got into it. He got into a scrap with a chick about like the Black Panther movie and how it wasn't actually black produced.
A scrap though?
Not a physical scrap, but like yeah, they really got into it though.
Oh, okay.
And he had just met this chick though. That's made it funny. But like, and she was like, yeah, well, Black Panther, we didn't have no like black producers, directors, nothing. Like, you know, it wasn't really black owned. You know, we just gave all those billions of dollars to the white man.
That's not true. She don't know what she's talking about.
And I didn't do the research.
I mean, there's a lot of people involved in a multi-million-dollar movie. So to try to distinguish who has the most credit and who doesn't, the point of the matter is there were two black people that were notable parts of it that had a lot, that made the most money.
Right.
So
as far as actors.
Right. No, as far as producing and creativity and shit.
Okay, I did not know that. You don't have no names, do you? Not a big deal if you don't.
I don't right now. Not off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
It's nice. It's cool. I didn't do the research, so you already know more than me, just by saying that.
Yeah. And the actors. I mean, and the actors.
You
know.
Yeah, the actors.
So whoever she is,
excellent.
Whoever they are, they need to shut up.
Yeah, it would have been a good night for you to be there then, to have my boys back.
Yeah. Wish I was there. That's our passion points, guys. Hold up, let me get my. Hey guys, so we're back. Hope you've enjoyed the show so far. Our next session is new, and it's the new.
Yeah, it just what's bouncing around out there?
What's out there that's hot right now?
You know, just a few random notables.
It's our latest releases section.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions.
There we go.
Short to the point. First one, album Diplo. I don't know if you guys know who Diplo is. He's a nice artist. I like it. It's a new album. It just came out. It's called California. My two favorite songs that I listen to briefly was Worry No More with Lil Yachty and Santiago for the younger crowd. And I like Dram. I'm partial to Dram a little bit because he is from Virginia. Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
DRAM maybe? I don't know. Look Back is the song. It's just like the second track. It's pretty nice. It's kind of like laid back, old school, jazzy a little bit. What's the second album? You picked this one.
Tony Braxton.
Why did you pick that one again?
Sex and Cigarettes.
You said Tony Braxton
because I've been trying to smash Tony since the 90s, yo. Like, hopefully she sees this one day and she knows nah.
Like,
I'm fucking with y'all.
I remember what you said on SDB Alphas. That's right.
Yeah, I'm out here
I'm
now.
glad.
Right.
Like, I'm glad, baby.
Oh, nah. But,
Sex and Cigarettes is the name of the album.
Then she's up there. She still got it.
Toni Braxton is gorgeous.
She's her fan, like she was in a talk show one time, and like her family was up there. Like all of them are like bad. Like
yeah, they have an actual reality show.
That might have been what I was looking at.
It's on. They're on like their 8th season.
I don't know what I was looking at. I saw it like in an establishment, like in a gym or a coffee shop.
And Toni Braxton just got her haircut, and I think she looks beautiful with her haircut.
Yes, but she still
got it. I like her so much better with her haircut.
She still got it. She's on the album cover, scantily clad, and
Sex and Cigarettes.
And it's called Sex and Cigarettes, which sounds smutty. And
that's some rock star mosh pit.
I appreciate it actually. I appreciate the Sex and Cigarettes.
I like the album. I went through the whole thing. It was hard to pick one that was my favorite, but my 2 favorite was the first and the last one. Deadwood definitely was nice. That's the intro track. And what is that? Missing? Yeah, Missing. That's the last track, I believe. That's really nice too. They're all nice. Def Jam. It's a Def Jam situation, so that's pretty cool. She's out there still doing it extra large. What's next on the list?
We got Amara La Negra.
Amara La Negra.
La Negra.
She's from Hip Hop Miami.
Okay.
And she's representing for the Afro Latino. That's how she did it during the video on the intro.
Nice.
But this is her song, and I think she performed it. She did perform it on the reunion of Love and Hip Hop Miami, and that's where I first heard it.
Okay.
And I actually, when I saw it on Spotify, I was like, oh, I like the song. It's a nice song. So, and I never like any of, even if I do come across some Love and Hip Hop reunion songs that come on, because everybody on there is supposed to be like an artist, and that's great. They are, and a lot of them do have hot music. Oh, okay. But it's very rare that you hear it, and I heard that, and I was like, wow, that was nice. I really like that. So she's doing well. Shout out to her.
I chose
This Is Your Song.
Nothing Scares Me Anymore, single by Steve Angelo. It says Steve Angelo and Sam Martin. I heard only what sounded like one person singing, but pretty,
nice.
My type of song, my type of like rock song,
Yeah, I like it too.
It has a hard sound to it. I like it.
It's good melody. It's strong. It's motivating. Rock is the best motivator. Did you know that?
I had a coach, like a fight coach back in the day, and he said that like even though most of the fighters in the gym were black, he said the rock and roll music would really get them going.
Yeah.
Even if maybe like even if you don't like the shit, like it would still motivate you.
Right. It's motivating for all races. It's like the guitar, the drums, it's certain melodies and stuff.
Yeah, got you.
A famous scientist by the name of Rock and Roll Senior. Okay, I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
So sorry. Okay, next is Under Oath by Rapture. You picked that one too.
I picked that one too. I picked Rapture, just the title, because I'm a BioShock fan from video games, and
he's ready for the Rapture to come. He wants to be here when it happens and fight everybody.
I'm ready to fight everyone. And Rapture in the game was actually about an underwater. The name of the city was Rapture, and it was like an underwater city.
In BioShock?
In BioShock, yeah.
BioShock is dope.
Yeah. Under Oath. Again, my type of song, like just for me to get out there and kind of stray away from hip hop and like jazz or whatever I'm listening to nowadays. I liked it.
Awesome. Next is Beanie Man. I'm a reggae fan. Anybody that knows me knows I always had my reggae side to me. And so I saw the Beanie Man had something new out, and I had to mention it. Beanie Man, Dance Hall President. It's pretty basic, but it's cool if you like reggae. It's not like a reggae song I would put in my playlist, but
right. Okay.
Respect.
And last honorable mention for the show, we got Eminem. Nowhere Fast.
Save the best for last.
Or the most popular, at least.
The song was outstanding.
It's fire.
The song was outstanding.
Well, I mean, of course. So
it's our top 7
new shit out there, and we also. It's funny in research for the show. One article literally did say that like, yeah, you probably found this because nowadays it's harder to find new music. So we want to again be your go-to.
Right.
Help you diversify and spread your ears for new types of sounds,
right.
And also stuff that artists that you might like already, maybe you didn't know about their newest shit. Just we want to be a go-to for that. So
and we're gonna definitely outro this with Mike G, something from his album. So make sure you look him up. Amazon. He's on YouTube,
iTunes, I think.
We're gonna put his information, so you'll see that.
I went retro. I bought like his hard copies and shit.
Yeah,
so I got the hard copy.
Definitely support him. Virginia native, right? He's from Virginia, right?
Yeah. He's born and raised here, and he don't want to leave. Like, I be talking to him about like leaving. Like, he really wants to stay here forever. Like, this is crazy.
Aww. Well, shout out to him.
More power to y'all.
More power to y'all.
I want to stay in Virginia.
Well, thank you guys. And follow us if you're not on Absolutely Alpha's Instagram, Facebook. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube. The YouTubicals.
The YouTubicals.
The YouTubicals.
I like it.
And we're on just about every other platform. We're on iTunes, of course, SoundCloud, Libsyn, Google Play, iHeartRadio. So any platform you need, we're there. Check us out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. And give us your suggestions. We do have an email, absolutelyalphas@gmail.com. So any questions, concerns, ideas. Another Facebook page we have is Alphas Explained. So make sure you follow all those pages. And there we'll be telling you about different aspects of us that you may not know about. It's kind of us explained. That's the whole purpose of it. Yeah. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have a good week.
And we out.